Hey guys, it has been a while since I have done a video on weight loss. As you can see, I'm still fat. Okay, now that we have all the shame on you, Timona, out of the way, let's talk weight loss. Last time I talked to you guys, I was doing the 1 carb a day thing. To where I go all day long and I can't have any carbs. I can have 1 carb for dinner. And that was okay, but I wasn't seeing any results. And you know how we are as humans, we want to see results immediately. Not immediately, immediately. So, that didn't work out for me. I wanted to see something happen right now, and I know it's not realistic. So, all the people who are going to say, you're not going to lose weight overnight. But, I mean, at the end of the day, don't we all want to wake up and be all, oh, okay, yeah, with dinner. You know, stuff like that. So, I know that's not realistic, but of course you can't help how you feel, and I'm being honest about how I feel. Okay, so I switched it up. I went online, and I got to looking at Weight Watchers, and I was like, you know what, although Jennifer Hudson is really working my last nerve with all that damn singing, I'm going to look and see what Weight Watchers is about. So I did a little research, and I said, oh my God, they have food that I could actually eat, you know, because I'm extremely picky. It's like feeding a 2-year-old when it comes to feeding me, because I'm not going to just eat anything. I might look like I eat anything, but the stuff I eat is good. That's why I look like I look, you know. So I went on, I researched the program, and I thought, oh wow, that is so neat. I would definitely try that. So then at that point, I went to the Weight Watchers website, because I kept seeing all the commercials saying that you could get a month free, right? And I figured I'd have to pay for anywhere from 3 to 6 months, and then I'll get my month free. I know it's a catch. I'm not crazy. But I get to the website and I find out it's not looking too free to me. And it cost me an arm and a leg, you know. So I was like, no, I don't think so. I'm not going to be able to do Weight Watchers. So while I was Googling, though, I did find that there's like this little online calculator that kind of gives you an idea. Now, it is not Weight Watchers. Let me tell you this right now. I'm not telling you to go out and do anything that I do in the videos. Whatever you do to lose weight, kudos to you. As long as you're seeing your doctor and your doctor approves it, hey, I'm just going to cheer you on. So me, myself, this is what I did for me. I Googled this Weight Watchers so-called calculator thing. It's not Weight Watchers, but it's supposed to kind of give me an idea of the formula that they use in order to tell you how many points you're going to get. So I did that, and how accurate it is, I cannot attest to its accuracy. I can only tell you what had happened to me. Okay. So I did it. It told me how many points I would get. I got a lot of points. I'm a big girl, and I figured that's why. But I took those points, and I got to looking at a lot of what kind of points you get for different meals and things like that. So make sure you guys follow me on Pinterest. I will put a link down there so that you can get it. Get a link to my Pinterest, because, I mean, I'm not all about the food. Of course, everybody knows that. I'm mostly about BS on Pinterest because I like the little funny pictures and stuff. Okay, but anyway, back, and also now I'm going to be posting a lot of my weight, the meals and things that I'm going to be eating with the weight loss and all that stuff. But anyway, let me finish telling you about my success/failure. Okay, so I used the calculator, figured out how many points I was going to get. Then I went online and I started Googling how many points do you get for this and how many points do you get for that. And I found all these websites that told me that I would get this many points if I ate a piece of bacon. I get this many points if I ate a croissant. And I made myself a nice binder that you'll see over here. And my binder is just stacked full of papers telling me, okay, from cooking stuff at home, which is what I mostly do, to eating out, which is what I do on the weekends a lot of the times whenever the kids have sports or, you know, whatever. I eat out more on the weekends than any other time. So I was like, well, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't eat out. I do eat out on the weekends, so I need to have pages for that. So I've got like the KFCs and the how many points you get if you eat at McDonald's or Burger King. I have points for places I don't even eat at because I don't even eat at Burger King. I have points for some of everywhere. So, points list for some of everywhere. I have like all these lists now. How accurate they are and how well they follow the Weight Watchers program, I don't know. So those who are doing Weight Watchers, feel free to weigh in and give me points if you want to give me pointers or anything like that. Just don't criticize me for what I'm doing. I will respectfully decline if I do not agree with you or anything like that. Because like I said, I'm not doing Weight Watchers, but I do like the Weight Watchers. A lot of the meals and things that they're eating, not the frozen stuff, but like, just stuff that people are cooking at home. And I love looking at those recipes and things like that. So that's the kind of stuff I'm going to be bringing to you guys from now on. There's a lot of the recipes that I've come up with. Like, for instance, my no-carb chicken. I don't know how many points that is. So if anybody happens to know how many points is in my no-carb chicken, please let me know. Because I have no clue. And if you haven't seen the no-carb chicken recipe, I'll go ahead and tell you really quickly. It's nothing but chicken breast. I cut it up to thin strips, or you can do nuggets, however you want to do it. Take some egg whites, roll around in the egg whites. This is raw chicken breast. Roll around in the egg whites, and then take some crushed down to where it looks like a meal or a flour type substance pork rinds. Just crush them all the way down to that. Right? You can get the spicy ones, you can get the salt and pepper, you can get the original. It doesn't matter, whatever works for you, because we know that there are absolutely no carbs in the pork rind, supposedly. So I use that as a breading. So I'll take it out of the egg whites, roll it around into that, then I oven fry it in my oven. And it's really, really good. So if you guys want to tell me how many points you think that is, then that'll be a lot of fun also, because I don't know what points go into some of the prepared meals. Okay, but I did find out, like, a piece of bacon is this many points, an egg is this many points, and then I noticed that a lot of different websites vary. Some websites say an egg is 3 points, some websites say an egg is 2 points. Me, I always go with the worst case scenario whenever it comes to this kind of stuff. So I'll go, okay, an egg is 3 points in instead of 2 points. So if I'm eating less points than I should, then I'm still happy. But I think that this program that I'm doing serves as a good way for me to pick and choose what to eat. Like, I'm not going to eat a croissant that costs me 5 points, according to my little booklet. 5 points for that if I can get a bacon, if I can get a piece of bacon or 2 pieces of bacon and an egg for 5 points. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather have the bacon and eggs than have the croissant. So it's helping me to make better choices for myself without thinking of them as healthy choices. Because whenever people get to saying healthy or vegetables or, anything like that, then that's when I start getting upset and you lose me. So that's where I am with that. I've done that program before. Now this is where I say this is my success and failure. I had success with it. I did that for about 2 to 3 months. There's a group of people that I don't see for like 2 to 3 months at a time because of my kids' sports stuff. So 2 to 3 months ago, I saw these people, and I was, of course, bigger at that time. Then 2 to 3 months later, I see them after I've been doing this program, and that, I'll just come up with out of the blue. And I see them, and as soon as I see them, I'm thinking, and now I'm going to interrupt with the PSA here. I know people always say, I don't care what people think about me. It's a total lie. Everybody cares on some level what other people think about some aspect of their life. There's a lot of things in my life I can honestly say I could really give a damn if anybody cared about, or I could really give a damn if anybody what somebody else thinks about this or that or whatever, right? But I'm also the type of person who does not like criticism. So I'm going to say those kind of things. I'm going to say I don't give a damn about what you think, because I don't like criticism unless I ask you for it. If I didn't ask you for it, you might as well keep it to yourself and get your feelings hurt. And that's how I am. So this one little piece of me cares what people think, okay? And here's this one little piece. Okay, now back to the story. I see these people 2 to 3 months later, and as soon as I see them, I'm thinking, okay, if this program is really working, then they're going to say, oh, wow, you lost weight. They did it, okay? They didn't say anything. And so, like, it had been about a month to a month and a half or whatever, and had gone by, and I was just like, when they didn't immediately say, oh my God, Tamona, you lost weight, or oh my God, T, you lost weight, you know, I was like, oh, it fooled me. I thought it was working, you know, stuff like that. I was like, oh man, I thought the program was working. It was all in my head. Which, I mean, you know, like anytime you're doing a program and you think you're really doing something, that first day you think you done lost 20 pounds. Oh my God, I feel so thin. So, you know, I was like, oh my God, all that time, 2 to 3 months, I had fooled myself, right? And all because they didn't tell me that I lost weight. Now, it doesn't matter, like, whenever, like, someone close to you, like your husband or your wife or your, you know, partner or whatever you want to call them, looks at you and says to you, oh, so-and-so, you're losing so much weight. You're like, oh, thank you. But you see me all the time, and you'll tell me anything. So you kind of want that affirmation from strangers sometimes. But anywho, these strangers did not give me the affirmation I wanted. So I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm done. Okay. I went back to eating the way I was eating. And then about a month and a half after I went back to the way I was eating, one of the ladies walked up to me and goes, come here, let me talk to you for a minute. And she goes, girl, I see you losing all that weight, getting all slim and trim. And I'm going, could have said this a month and a half ago. I was like, oh my God, thank you. So that meant I hadn't put on a lot of the weight that I lost, right? So I was sitting, I was like, man, I got to get back on it. But of course, that's the hardest part. Even if you're on a bicycle, you fall off that bicycle, you scratch yourself. It's it's a little frightening getting back on. So I'm in that stage right now to where I'm like, oh God, but I really want to eat this burger from Bronx, or oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'll start tomorrow after I eat this pizza, stuff like that. So that's the stage I'm at right now. I have to get back on the horse though, or I'm gonna get kicked if I keep laying on the ground like I'm doing right now, metaphorically speaking. So this is me saying I am getting back on the horse. I did really good yesterday, except for, I made some toffee popcorn. And I was eating the popcorn before I put the toffee on it. So, yeah. Gotta pick my battles, I really do. But, so I was eating that. That was probably my biggest mistake on yesterday. I really didn't have any other mistakes or anything yesterday. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm shaking my head no at my daughter. I'm sorry. I'm going, no. All right. So, and another thing I have to do is my plate. I really have to keep my plate with me. I have to practice keeping this around me. I haven't had my breakfast yet, so I really need it for breakfast. That's why I'm toting it right now. So when I go and make my breakfast, I can have my plate. Even though I'm not eating that much, I'm eating like a blanched egg and a piece of toast. So I'll put that up there. This is my bonder that I was telling y'all about. So see how thick it is? Big old thick bonder. And I will give you guys the links to the sites that I went to start all this stuff, just in case you guys want to see what I'm doing. I'm not saying that that's what y'all should do. I'm just telling you, honestly, it worked for me. And I was very surprised. and I'm really happy about the way that it teaches me to eat. I just really have to get back on my stuff and get it together and quit making excuses for myself. So, it seems like there was something else I wanted to tell you guys about, and I just don't know what it is. Also, if this is your first time watching one of my videos and you want to get the plate, I'll put my Amazon affiliate link in the bottom so you guys can order it and make Timona some money, because sister's broke. So I will put that there. What else? It seems like oh yes, there are going to be more. I'm going to do more weight-friendly recipes. I hate to call them healthy because I'm just, I hate that word. I really hate that word because in my mind, I have it set up to where it implies vegetables and things like that, and that's where you lose me. I do eat vegetables. I have to make some stuff that's weight-friendly. That way you guys can see that I actually eat vegetables. Because to all my friends, I down vegetables so bad, you would swear that they slept with my boyfriend or something. I really talk bad about vegetables. But I do eat some vegetables. I even grow vegetables in my garden. I got some okra out there right now, I promise y'all. Okay? I do eat. There are vegetables that I like, but then there are those that I don't like. Oh, yes. Before I go, I wanted to ask you guys if you've seen this infomercial. There's this infomercial for, it's called a Food Lovers Program. Oh my God, I love that commercial, but they give up the ghost. Do you hear me? They tell you everything in that infomercial. So it's like, why do I need your product again? But I mean, at the same time, I can see why you would need it. But that program is so neat to me. Like, the lady has like 4 waffles on her plate, and she's going to eat these 4 waffles. But if she uses the Food Lovers Program, she'll get 2 waffles, like 4 pieces of sausage, and a whole bunch of strawberries, right? I mean, it's like a plate that you like, oh my God, I cannot eat all that, you know. And 9 times out of 10, you won't eat all of that. I know I couldn't eat all of it. I looked at it and I was like, the devil is a lie. I can't do it. But I could never eat all the food on that plate. But I just love how they made the healthier choices for her and still let her have what she wanted to have. And all the program is it's made up of fast carbs and slow carbs along with your protein. So you gotta have your protein. That's a must, right? So let's use a plate as an example, okay? Gotta have your protein, that's a must. So we're gonna pretend like we have protein here. Then you have to have a fast carb. Well, you don't have to, but in the commercial, they have your fast carb here, right? Then you're gonna have a slow carb here. Your fast carb is gonna be like for instance, using that lady's plate as an example, her fast carb would have been her waffles, right? Then you're going to have your slow carb, which will be her strawberries, right? Your healthier version of a carb. You see what I'm saying? And this other circle is just a little something extra we got on the side. But I thought that program was so neat, and I watch it all the time like I'm going to learn something totally new. But I did print out a list of slow carbs, so I would know what my slow carbs were, so I could just try to throw those into some of my meals, you know, and make sure that I'm balancing my meals out a little bit better, and also account for them in the points program, so that next time I do a video, it won't be a success/fail, it'll just be a success